Just leaving camp on day 3. It's about 6:30. Slept really well. Shared the campsite with Saint again. I don't know if I mentioned him yesterday. He was at my campsite last night as well, or 2 nights ago. He's a 59-year-old section hiker. Unfortunately, he's getting off the trail today, so I won't be able to see him again. But woke up and my foot feels the best it has on trail. Minimal arch pain. Top of the foot is no longer hurting. Here's our trail starting out. It's so hard not to be tempted to pull out my camera at every single turn because it's all just so beautiful out here. So much different from the green tunnel of the AT. I guess this is the benefit of having waterproof boots. I can walk through this muck and know my feet will stay clean. I really did not anticipate this level of water on the PCT where the trail would become so muddy. This plant right here is poodle dog bush. It smells like skunk or marijuana, take your pick. And it caused a severe skin reaction, apparently worse than poison oak, which I am highly allergic to poison oak, so I'm avoiding the poodle dog bush to the extreme. I heard from Saint that the poodle dog bush actually pops up after a burn because it's very invasive and fast growing, and then once other plants start growing, apparently the poodle dog bush gets outcompeted and will go away. Only 2,259.1 miles to Canada. Easy peasy. It is 9 a.m. I've done 6.4 miles in a little bit less than 2.5 hours of just sitting here at a spring, filling up some water and cameling up. That term basically means just drinking water, drinking as much water as you can at the spring, so that you don't need to drink as much in the next stretch. My next water source will be about 9.4 miles away. And while I'm at a water source, I'm gonna start my ramen cold soaking. It'll be my second breakfast today, so I just have my ramen crumbled up in a Ziploc bag. I just add enough water to cover it up, just like that. And then I cold soak it for 20-30 minutes or longer, and it'll be ready to eat at that point. I think I'll probably eat it about 1.4 miles ahead. We cross the Highway 2 again, and there's a little picnic area there, so I'll probably eat it at that point. And it looks like my bag's leaking a little bit. And because my bag's leaking a little bit, and just to be safe, I put it in this Tupperware to cold soak while I walk. Look how cool these trees are. Never seen them in person before. I've heard someone call them yucca trees, so I'm just gonna call them that till someone tells me differently, but they're so cool. It's been about an hour since I left the picnic area at second breakfast. I actually went faster than I thought I was going, and have done 3 miles in the last hour, which is probably why my foot is a little bit sore. So I'm sitting down, taking advantage of the shade because it's so hot outside, and resting my foot for about 10 minutes before I get going again. It's 1 o'clock. I've gone 13.5 miles so far today, and only 3 miles left. In that 3 miles, I have about 980 feet to climb. So I'm taking my lunch siesta, finding shade where I can, and eating some Sour Patch Kids and hoping they give me the energy to finish the climb. So far today in the 13.5 miles, I have climbed 2,500 feet. So we're done with the majority of the climbing, just got a little bit left. Just need to rest and get some energy to do that. This is my final break spot with 1.5 miles to my campsite tonight. I've made it to camp. My spot will be this little bare patch right here. The trail is 15 feet right there. I made it here 16.5 miles by 3:05, which is phenomenal. It's not a race, I know, but it's only because I start so early in the morning. But today was the first day that I really felt strong, that like my fitness hadn't all been lost, so I'm feeling really happy with the day. It is a dry camp. I mean, there's no water here. I filled up 4 liters of water about 0.8 miles before camp, so I'll have 2 liters that I can drink today and tomorrow morning, and then I'll have another 2 liters to get me the next 7 miles to the next water source. So no one else has showed up at the campsite where I'm at, so it looks like I'll be camping alone. It'll be my first time truly camping alone where there's no one else here and not a dog with me. The last 2 nights I camped at campgrounds that were like hiking campgrounds that had picnic tables and bear bins. So today, very much not doing that. Just a flat piece of ground that is cleared for a tent spot, but nothing else here. So I'll be hanging my food from a tree to keep it safe from bears and rodents. Good morning from day 4. Slept really well last night for camping alone, no issues whatsoever. And now I get to sit here. It's about 5:30 a.m. Now I get to sit here watching this beautiful sunrise. I don't think I showed y'all last night how I hung my food. I think I just alluded to it. So we're walking this way, then you can see where the trail is going to go over there. Following that line. Right over there. I'm sitting at the Pony Park day use area. I've made it about 6.7 miles so far today in about less than 2.5 hours. I'm going to take a nice long break here because I'm only planning to go 15 miles today, again, just to avoid some overuse injury. And since it's only 8:40 a.m. I've got quite a bit of day left to do it, so just gonna rest here for a long while, air out my feet, and do some stretches. This seems like a prime rattlesnake territory, and I hope by talking about it and anticipating the rattlesnake that I'm gonna negatively jinx it and I won't come across one. Fingers crossed. These views are great. And the temperature theoretically isn't too bad. Some days, in the last couple days, it's gotten up to 80. I think right now it's between 70 and 75. But it feels so much hotter because of how exposed the trail is. I'd say a good 80 to 90% of the trail is unshaded and exposed, and that makes the heat almost intolerable. Off the trail, buddy. I'm gonna keep walking. It's 11:55 and I've just done my first 12 by 12, meaning I've hiked 12 miles by noon. I'm not trying to race or anything like that. It's just really just a product of me being an early riser and getting hiking around 6, because every 1 to 2 hours I'm taking at least a 10-minute break. Those break frequencies are increasing in the afternoon as I get more tired and have been on my feet longer. But I'm just really proud of myself for being able to achieve that today. I just filled up at my last water source for the day. I was only gonna go another 1 to 2 miles till I found a camp spot, and it'd be about 15 to 16 miles for the day. But instead, I'm gonna go an extra 3 miles, so another almost 5 miles and 1,200 feet gain. What'll be my longest day at 18.5 miles. But the reason I'm being convinced is it'll be at a campground, so there'll be pit toilets, bear boxes, and more hikers will be there, so hopefully I can start making some friends. The trail has been very overgrown like this throughout the day today. This is the stunning view in the last mile of my day today to Messenger Flat Campgrounds. The bottom of my feet are killing me, so it will also be the slowest mile I've done today, but I cannot wait to get there so that I can eat. Well, I made it to the campground. I think I've said it already before, but this is Messenger Flats Campground. It's about 0.1 miles off the PCT. It has a pit toilet, bear boxes, picnic tables, things like that. I was originally going to stop about 3 miles short of here, but honestly, the tent site was just a flat spot with nothing else, and barely a good sized campsite, so I decided to push a little bit further. The bottom of both my feet are definitely very, very sore, so the first thing I did when I got here was take off my boots, and I'm also very hungry, so I'm eating a cheesy broccoli Nor's rice side that I started cold soaking probably about 2 hours ago at the last water source. So the next water source after this campground is about a mile. I have met one thru hiker today. Her name was Morgan, but I think she actually went further than this campground, unfortunately, so I won't get to talk with her, get to know her more, but I'm hopeful that there will be other hikers that make it to this campground tonight.